what's coming up ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, here we are. Welcome to our first episode of the CEO Sisters Road Trip. And in our first episode, Sarah and I are going to introduce ourselves, and then I am going to share my story a little bit. So I will share my origin story, and then we'll share our hope and our mission for this podcast. And so we just want to give you all a sense of who we are and, why we would decide to do a podcast when there are only, I think at last count, 800 million podcasts.
Million D. Good one.
Non-D2. There are 92 dillion podcasts out there. Somebody made new numbers that we just wanted to make sure we're saying so we don't get deported.
Actually did not mean to make sure.
So we want to just share, say why we're doing this, because we do know it's crowded. I personally love podcasts, and I do know that more and more people find some sweetness and some fun and some joy in there. So that's sort of what we want to do. And we hope we're not too late.
Absolutely. So these stories that we're going to share are our first pit stop, and we hope that this will just give you a sense of who we are individually and how our podcast can fit into your personal business journey.
Awesome. So we hope that this is going to happen, but get ready to laugh a little bit at some of our real life pit stops. We want to be sure that you're able to learn. So laugh and learn and grab some actionable items at the end of the show so that you can keep moving down the road and just, keep continuing on this business journey.
All right, let's hit the road, sis.
Okay. But before we do that, how's your weekend going? What are you doing this weekend?
It's good. School, back to school stuff is in session. We had our first scrimmage for soccer today.
Amazing.
And it was 250 degrees on a steel bleacher. So
Thank you.
A little sweaty, but we're good. We're getting senior pictures. I've got a senior and a junior and a 7th grader. So we're just getting paperwork signed and gearing up for school, which starts in about a week. How about you? You don't have much on your plate, right?
Are you what? Say that again.
You don't have much going on right now?
No, nothing. I'm just, I've been taking a lot of naps. I just like to rest a lot, really recover my body. You can tell by this gigantic gigante cold sore that I have. Nothing really.
We actually can't see it.
Noah came outside this morning. He goes, "Oh God. Oh boy, that's wow." And I was like, "Yeah, thanks. I know."
What's happening?
Thank you. Yeah, no. So we started our first major renovation ever as a grown-up, and we lived through the first week, and so far so good. I love it. It's like we have a little studio apartment that's super cute, and the guys that are working on this house are awesome. Every single one of them is great. We even I even didn't mind that we had no hot water for 35 hours. I didn't care about that at all.
You were embracing the cold plunge.
I was cold plunging. That's what he said. His name is Marcelo. He goes, "We just did that because, we want to make sure your health is better. So we did that for your health." And I was like, there you go. Thanks,
stressful
Marcelo.
Situations, you need to
Yeah, exactly. Breathe through it. So yeah. But then, take the kid to college on Monday and away we go. Fall is where we start school after you do. So we have a couple more weeks of denial.
Yeah, like that.
I like it.
Yep.
I like it. All right. I can't wait to hear our boys are on a little trip with your husband.
Yes.
My son's uncle. I can't wait to hear about how that goes. I'm sure they have some stories.
Power tools being used to trim bushes this morning.
Perfect. I figured there would be some work done. They can't help themselves.
They have to earn their keep.
I mean, Jonah loves his materials. So
he does love his materials.
Oh, materials. All right. So let's get in. Let's just get into it. Let's just share a little bit about the story here. So again, in this first episode, we wanted to do 2 quick things. One is to share our reason for being here, knowing that it's crowded, knowing that there's a crowded space, but also I hear from a lot of people, and I feel like there's still space for us, and there's space for this kind of show. I think the idea that we're sisters is really fun. I think the idea that we are going to be building our businesses together in real time, I think is really fun. So it's what I hope to be is like a audio video incubator where we do what we're asking you to do. And that, particularly, so this is, find out more about Sarah, but this is her first business. It's not the first time she's worked for a small business.
That is not true. I've had multiple businesses.
But yours, your own.
I'm just teasing.
But you have, you love the entrepreneur. You have the entrepreneur spirit as much as anybody, from True Design to Honey Rose and Kay.
Bella Designs.
Oh, remember that?
Yeah, that was a good one. Anyway, keep going.
So we want to build some things as we keep going throughout this. And then the second one for today, I'm just going to introduce myself and just share my story. I've told it a bunch of times on many podcasts over the years. But you may not know me at all, since I'm literally not a famous person.
Or am I?
I am on an accounting podcast as well.
Literally not a famous person.
Sort of a big deal, but
all right. So the goal is really to share Liz's story. Who is Liz? Where she came from, how we got here, and I'm going to just interview her and see if we can't get her story out in the world.
Great.
All right. So your origin story. First of all, can you take us back to the very beginning? Share with us anything you want about your professional business journey that brought you to date.
Sure. So you know this only because we've known each other since your literal birth.
Literal
birth. And I went to college. We're going to start earlier than that. We loved making money to buy candy. Always. So as little kids, we would have weird side hustle businesses like bike cleaning businesses. We would go find golf balls at our grandma's house because she lived on the side of a golf course. And so we would go find golf balls. We would just blatantly steal money from our parents under cushions in the change drawer that we pretended was like we found the money in the change drawer.
Yep.
We just found it. We did some illegal activity. We might have faked a fundraiser one time.
Oh, I wasn't a part of that.
Yeah, you were.
No.
Yes.
I think I was babysitting the youngest. I was out.
No, we were all there. We're all going down. All 6 of us are going down together. We're all going to fundraising hell together.
Yes, we're looking at you.
But again, it was always to buy candy. But we learned pretty early that we could make money, and I thought that was really fun. Both of our parents had the entrepreneurial spirit. Our dad had like 50 million businesses. Some of them were effective and fruitful, and most were just hilarious, i.e. pizza, Italian Delight pizza store / gas station, and some weird thing with cryogenics, so that we always said we were just he got it so he could freeze our mom. And
I actually was on the sales team for that. I drove around Ohio from one manufacturer to another selling. I was in early.
How'd you do? What was the commission structure?
Ground floor. I made a lot of money, my gas money. And I think I probably was eating Wendy's at the time and had a lot of Wendy's.
Oh, yes. French fries and Frosties on the road. Delicious. And then our mom, and we don't shout her out nearly enough. I started talking about it so much more because it was really inspirational. My mom, our mom, had a business called Mommy and Me, and she and her best friend Marcia and another wonderful woman named Jeannie created diaper bags and hooded towels, and they went to craft shows and they sold in stores, and this was like
craft shows. They were at the
Javits Center. They were in Chicago at McCormick Center, like retail stores,
children's retail markets, and they were at one of their times. They created a hooded towel before hooded towels.
Mm-hmm.
They have a patent on it, so they can't claim that. But really, they had something going. They had a diaper bag that was unlike any diaper bag on the market.
That's awesome.
They were smart. They were. I remember that season, and still to this day, I just got did I tell you, a package in the mail from Marcia for Gabby never got a hooded towel. So we just got a grown-up size hooded towel with Gabby's name on
Oh,
the
that's
front.
nice. I don't
I'll
think
bring it
Ellie
to
got one either.
Garrett. I think Ellie did. I think all three of your kids did. Anyway, yeah, she too had an entrepreneurial bone in her body, and
Yeah.
it was awesome as kids to be able to witness that.
Yeah. So we were always helping with things. And then our families, our friends were all in business. Our aunt and uncle had a restaurant and a bowling alley. Our parents, best friends, the husband of the diaper bag lady had a coffee shop that was the coolest coffee shop before Starbucks even existed. And it was fun. So we grew up around entrepreneurs. Like it just was second nature. And our dad was an attorney, right? So we had his own law firm, which still counts as entrepreneur. So yeah. So growing up, though, all that to say, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had no idea what my options are. I went to school for music, was a vocal performance major, and I I hated failure. And I was like, I don't even know why I'm doing this because I don't want to do this. I'm watching our cousins do it, and I hated their stories. I hated rejection. I hate all of it. I was like, am I really going to move to New York and become a singer? No, I'm good, but I'm not that good. So I switched to psychology because I literally didn't know anything else. What? So I went to that, and then I graduated and went to New York. I bumped around and worked in many different jobs, a startup for .com, which was super fun, and then ended up in an education learning center place for 17 years. And that was great. I learned a million new things. And then we got to a point which I lovingly say there was no more upside. And we started our own business. My two friends, Tara and Kimberly, we started a business called Leaderly. And we did that for about 3.5 years. It was professional development for educators. It was super fun. We learned everything. We learned all the scary things. We sold we did such a good job. Like I look back at it, I actually just found so many of the materials. We did a really good job. We had no idea what we were doing, but we thought, we're successful as executives in a corporate setting. How hard can it be? Oh, it turns out it's really hard.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And we ultimately could not and did not figure out how to pay ourselves. We paid ourselves $500.
Total.
And there was a point where all of our husbands separately, but very much at the same time said, hey, we miss your money. We need some money here. When are you going to pay yourself? And we said, I don't think you do that until like year 4 or 5. I don't think you gotta, that we believe this hook, line, and sinker. It takes money to make money, and any dollar you make, you pour right back into the business. And it was a struggle. And so I found Profit First Professionals and said, I'll just get a side job. I'll just, I'll make it. I'll do that 15 hours a week
until you find something else.
Until I find something else, or until this kicks off, until Leaderly kicks in. And it was you did
it in tandem with Leaderly.
Yeah, with Leaderly. Yeah. So I was doing both.
Okay.
And it was awesome. And I was like, this is great. This is super fun. I'm learning a lot from Profit First. I'm learning a lot and putting things into action for Leaderly. And then, so this is December of 2019. And I was like, we'll just do both. And then the world stopped. And the fact that we were doing professional development for educators, and our focus was leadership, communication, and management of like time, things, and people. Yep. And they had one mission, and it was to keep their kids alive. So any other development or professional money was going to figure out how to do Zoom classrooms and keep the kids alive and the teachers alive. And so our business was one of millions that suffered, and we ultimately ended it, which was fine. That the lessons we learned there were great. We knew we could sell. We had dozens of clients. We made thousands and thousands of dollars, and it was great. We did super fun things. We won our way into conferences. We won our way onto stages. People helped us and were so nice. I learned a million zillion things there, and it was awesome.
Love it.
Yeah, super fun. And then Profit First Professionals. And I've been there now for almost 6 years, which is bonkers.
It is crazy.
So crazy, and learned a million more things. And it's been great to be around. Mike McAllowitz is such a gift. That guy is a genius. I love everything that comes out of his mouth, not even like a groupie, I just really appreciate how he communicates and how he teaches and shares. And it's been a pleasure to work with him and to work with Ron and the rest of my cohort over there. It's been absolutely wonderful to work with awesome humans. So been there for a long time, and I love coaching. So that's where coaching and guiding came roaring back, because I was doing that a lot at the Learning Center and didn't quite realize what I was doing. In a way, I didn't appreciate how impactful I was there, even though I had gotten, since I left the education place, had gotten so many texts and emails and calls and, thank yous. And it was like, I finally saw what I was doing at the other place as a leader and want to do more. So 2 years ago, I started a coaching business, and I have the honor and privilege of working with many clients in the small, who are particularly female business owners and the small business space. And I love service business owners, and I love coaching and guiding. And I boil it down to, I like watching people win. Yeah. And so if I can be a part of someone's winning, then I'm winning. And then that's sort of where this podcast came from, I think, well, the way the podcast came about is, you and I joke all the time, and we have for years, that we should record our calls, because we talk just like once a week, I think. Oh, no. Once in the morning.
Once a week. Good Lord.
Once in the afternoon, once in the evening, twice in the car. We talk all the time, and we laugh and we share and we cry and we live life together, obviously. But we also do a lot of stuff on these calls. So we're constantly talking about your business now. We're talking about work. We're talking about relationships and friendships and communication. And it's awesome. So we're like, you know what? This isn't just for us. This could be relatable for other people and people who don't have sisters, and to see how fun a sisterhood is and what our relationship could be, or people who do have sisters and, we're hoping that would be helpful. But so we wanted to do, we talked about that for years. Probably 2 months ago, I was on a walk, and I got this, it was like the first sunny day after months of rain. Yes. Oh my gosh. Gray. And it was so gray and gross. And I'm on like the first, it was like 5:30 in the morning, and it was sunny for the first time. And it came to me like literally like a lightning bolt. It's like, you need to start a podcast, and it's all about a road trip, like literally. And I was like, okay. And I talked to Gemini and built the whole thing on a walk, and called you and said, we're going to do this. It's time. Because we have talked forever of how fun it would be to do something together always. Yeah. And so here we are. And then it was confirmed that night after I shared it with you through the New York Times games that I play before I put myself to sleep.
Oh, right. Yes.
Right? Remember this?
I do.
So every night, give me an amen if anyone does this too. It's a part of my wind down routine. I do Wordle, connections, and then Spanogram. Those are the three. And I get to the Spanogram, and it said something like, I can't remember what the actual hint was, but the Spanogram was road trip. And I had already decided that the name was something about a road trip, a CEO Sisters road trip, sisters on a road trip, something like that. And so I sat up in bed. I was like, oh my goodness, holy crap. If that's not the universe saying, good job, you finally heard me, dummy.
You did it. You did it. You heard me.
I don't know what is. Yeah. So here we are. So our mission is to
share with us what you see as the mission and vision for this guy.
Yeah. Like I said, I know it's crowded. I know there's a million podcasts. but there are four big things that I always want to do. And I want to do this, whether I'm working one-on-one, whether I'm presenting to a group and keynoting, whether I'm doing a workshop, whatever I do, I want to share. I know that we're better together. And so I want to share. I want you to share. I want our audience to share their stories. The more we share, the better everything is.
A place of community, a place to do life, mostly as women, but do life as entrepreneurs, as business owners, as women, as all of the different hats we wear together.
Totally.
Another space to do that.
Yeah, it's validating, it's empowering, it shows, and what I really believe is there's enough for everyone. So I don't have a scarcity mindset. I know that if somebody else does well, it doesn't mean I won't, because that's baloney. That's an ego-driven, male-centered thought. There's only enough for so many people, and that's not true. It's not true. So sharing is the number one mission. I want to share our stories, share our best practices, share as much as we can to grow each other. Number two, I want to laugh. Like, we talk about the dumbest, weirdest stuff, and I do that with my clients too. Like, it's so funny. Life is funny, and we don't laugh enough. I mean, you've said this a lot in the last couple of years. You personally don't laugh enough. So I always make it my mission to make you laugh at least once a day. That's my job as your sister. And so I want to laugh. Like, I want us to be able to crack up and know it's okay that we're silly and weird and share obnoxious, dumb stories. Like that. Remember that podcast I was on? It's called Fancy Free with Joanne Jarrett. And I shared my pregnant camping stories.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, that's funny. That's embarrassing. And it's funny. I want that.
I think the more vulnerable you can be in a space like that, it allows for the humor. You don't have to be rigid and perfect. Just be who you are.
Vulnerable and authentic. That's, authentic mostly because you're like, I just want to be me. Like, I ain't got no poker face. So this is it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of honking.
That was a poker face.
There's a lot of honking out there. Number three, learning. I love learning. I read incessantly. I'm always reading 2 or 3 books. I listen to a million podcasts. I love learning. So I want to help people learn things and feel really confident, or at least feel like they can and truly believe that they can learn. So I love that, because the more we learn, the more we grow. I'm very curious, as are you. So just, I want to figure some stuff out, and I want to share what we figured. I want us to share what we figure out. Yep. And then number 4 is momentum. It's like, just keep going. Every step is a good step. Just keep moving. Just like in Finding Nemo, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
For me, it goes back to John McCall, circa 1988. I don't care whether you move, John McCall, P.S. is our father. I don't care if you move your feet forward or backward. Just keep moving your feet. Never stop moving your feet. Just keep moving. Something will happen. And we learn from our mistakes. So if you got to move backwards a little bit, great. Keep moving.
Now we know that. Let's just not do the same thing 15 times.
Yes.
Right? And again, stuff like this, I want that to be helpful too. Of like, okay, you know what? You may make the same mistake. Maybe you'd make it twice. And you're like, oh my gosh, I wasn't paying attention the first time. But most people don't make the same mistake multiple times. They don't. We don't. So that's the mission, friend. Does that resonate with you? Does that match what you were thinking?
Yep, absolutely. All of it. I'm here for it. I'm here to learn. I'm here to laugh. I'm here to share stories, and I hope communicate and share with listeners and a broader audience, and just learn from others too. I think there's a big value in hearing other people's stories and gleaning from them. So I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. And we have a super cool song. Let's not forget about their song.
I wish we could play it right now.
Oh my God, I was trying to figure out how to do that. We'll put it in there. Just pretend. Let's like bop around. So good. So rocking out. Woo!
You hear the whistle? We love a good whistle. Whistle.
We do love a good whistle.
Oh, good
whistle. All right. So that's that. I hope that's helpful. I hope that's enough of my story. I'm sure over the next 100 episodes we will you'll know more. You'll get to know us even more deeply, and hopefully you think is sort of fun, and realize that we're here for you guys. We're here for our listeners. We're here for each other. And ultimately, I'm here for female business owners. I want my girls and my son, and I want your daughters and your son to see badass business ladies in action. I want to see it all the time. I want them to know that they may not know where they're going or how they're going to get there, but just keep moving and we can do it together. So that's that.
All right.
Okay.
So let's talk about our takeaways.
Yeah. All right. So now that you know us a little bit, we hope that every single episode you're able to take something away, that at the end you're able to take something away from our conversations, our journey, and we want to inspire action and momentum in a sense that you're on the right path. So truly, I just said this before, but any step is a good step. So all the small steps matter. We're in it together, and every little step matters.
All right. Here are 3 takeaways. The very first one, share your story, tell your story. We have a worksheet that'll help guide you through the amazing story that you have. Everybody has an origin story. Where did it start? How did you get through that? Where are you today? Write it out. Write it on a piece of paper so you can see it, but document it. We want to see it. We want to hear it. We want you to start thinking that way. So takeaway 1.
Yep. Number 2 is define what you want in your business. So you heard it sort of rolled into that, right? So I'm telling my story and then I'm sharing why we're doing this, right? What is the mission of your business? Where do you want it to go? I think of the fact that, or when people spend time on their vision and their mission, it gives them an end point to look to. We will be taking pit stops. We will be pulling off the road. We'll be taking wrong turns. But if we know that we're always trying to go this way or whatever it's called, you can call it whatever. Think of your final destination. It's your final destination. It sounds a little dramatic, but truly, like, it may change, which is completely fine, but you're always headed in one direction. We'll talk about a lot of the concepts that I do believe matter. So the more clearly you can see where you want to go, the better. And with that, and Sarah said this, post it, have it somewhere in front of you. So I'm going to print out a beautiful copy and put the mission and the vision for this podcast right in front of me so I can see it every day. I know what my vision and mission is for my business of Your Business Matters. And I know these things and I have them. And we do this at Profit First Professionals too. It's a part of how we start our daily meeting. Why are we here? Or what are we? Proud to be profitable. Why are we here? To eradicate entrepreneurial poverty, right? That's a living, breathing thing. So it really helps. Like, it should be more than a line on your website.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times, out of sight, out of mind. If you don't see it, you kind of forget, and you have a couple bumps in the road, you really forget. I mean, there have been so many mornings where I'll call you and say, I don't even know why I did this. What was I thinking? I have no business doing this. And you often have to remind me, okay, let's take a rewind. So if you see it daily, it helps in those moments where you start to question or doubt. You can do that.
Which is daily, for the record. Most people do. I mean, there's some clients that I have, and every other meeting is they're either the top of the roller coaster or fully at the bottom, and it's hilarious. And they're like, "It's over, I'm done."
That middle lane is hard to really stay in.
So funny. So yeah, so that questioning and that lack of confidence is really helped by that mission and the vision and like what we're doing and why we're doing it. So that's great.
I'm going to say, as a guide, you've got one of the best here, because she's more even keeled than most human beings on the planet. So she will keep you centered when you start to question what you're doing.
Thanks, sis.
Live. You get to see it live.
Thanks, sis.
All right. Did we make it?
We did. We did it.
End of our very first podcast.
We made it. We made it through number 1. We did it.
Even with a bad hair day, we made it.
Oh, we look amazing. Even with a giant cold sore and bad hair. We did it.
Terrible. We made it. We did make it.
We did it. So everybody, thank you. Thank you for listening. And we hope you have a better sense of who I am. Next time, you're going to learn about my darling sister, Sarah, here. And, I hope you understand why we're doing this show. It's for us. It's also for you. And it's a reminder of how fun it is to build things. We want to share the wins. We want to share the challenges. We just want to keep moving.
shall we?
Yes. And remember, in the words of John McCall.
And in the words of John McCall, be careful out there. It's a jungle. No, in the words of John McCall, be careful. It's a jungle out there.
There it is. We'll nail that. And then remember, your business matters, and it really, really matters to us. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
What's coming up ahead?